What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, the market took quite the dive today, leaving a lot of cryptos down in the red real bad. And so, of course, what I want to do is kind of focus in on 4 of the ones that I bought a good bit of today, tell you why I bought them, and of course, what my thoughts are going forward. Now, if you do go watch the live stream that we did a few hours ago, I actually ended up purchasing like 10 or 15 different cryptos, but these were the 4 that I bought the most of, and I want to tell you exactly why, because they're all, quite frankly, doing the same thing. Now, these 4 cryptos are going to, of course, be Solana, HBAR, XLM, and SUI. All 4 of them are doing something very similar right now, so I'm going to tell you exactly what that is and how I'm trying to benefit from it. And so with that said, of course, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. And guys, don't forget, if you do want to start trading a little BTC, Solana, SUI, XRP, Pepe, and many more on all the way up to 500x leverage, you can check out that BTCC link down below, guys. If you do sign up specifically with my link to start trading on their platform today, they're going to give you a 10% bonus on all first-time deposits between $500 and $100,000. This means that if you deposit, say, $2,000, for example, they are going to give you a $200 bonus right then, right there, for you to start trading with. And whatever profit you make from that bonus is all yours to keep, no strings attached. This is literally an opportunity to make free gains during the bull market, which, hey, there could be many gains coming soon, especially after this pullback we saw yesterday. So feel free to go check that out down below. The platform is getting better and better every single day. I do a ton of trading on it myself, so feel free again to check that out and let me know what you think. Now, before we focus in on one specific crypto, I want to explain to you what it is that I'm looking at today. Now, what we're going to be focusing on is the fact that all 4 of these cryptos are doing what's called creating a descending parallel channel, or a parallel descending channel, and these usually look something like this. You're going to have your highs to the top side, you're going to have your lows to the bottom side, and when you do draw, of course, your trend lines through them, you will have what's considered to be a descending channel. Now, descending channels have an extremely high likelihood, especially during bull markets, of breaking towards the upside, and so they are one of my favorite structures to navigate through. They're one of my favorite structures to, invest during. It's just very easy money more often than not. And so because of that, considering that all 4 of these cryptos today are in structures of this nature, again, I decided to do a good bit more of buying. Now, it's not just so simple that they're in the structure, but they're actually in the best portion of the structure. Now, the easiest way to think about this is you can break down a descending parallel channel into 4 pieces: the 25% threshold to the 0%, the 25% to the 50%, the 50 to the 75, and of course the 75 into 100. This means you can divide it into quarters. You can divide a parallel channel into quarters. And the way that I actually do it is pretty interesting, I think. What you can do is you can use your parallel channel tool right here on TradingView, and you can draw it in from your highs right here and drag that bad boy down to your lows. And what you're going to see is that this creates a parallel channel for you. Now, my general strategy here is I take this parallel channel and I make it gray, or like a dark color like that. Then what I'll do is I'll draw another one 50% of the way through this parallel channel on that dotted line, the 50% threshold. Then I'll draw that down and I'll make this a little bit of a lighter gray color, something like this. Then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take another parallel channel. I'm going to go on the 50% threshold of that one that we just did, and I'm going to draw in one more. What you'll come to recognize is that this now gives us our bottom 2 quarters, and I make this one green. We have the bottom 25%, the 25 to 50%, and the upper 50%. I've come to recognize that when cryptos fall in this half of the descending parallel channel, especially in the bottom half of the bottom half, or in this bottom 25%, this is historically the best time to buy cryptos ever. And so today, what you'll come to realize is most of these cryptos are exactly there. So now that you understand why we're buying them, let's go look at some of these individual charts and see what this looks like in real time. Now, I will warn you, some of the things that we talk about in the rest of this video might get a little bit confusing. And so if you are somebody who is brand new to the space, or if you're somebody who's maybe been here a while, but you're just trying to add more tools to your toolbox, all that I ask from you specifically is to just stick around until the end of the video. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our Discord server, where people are learning and growing faster than I've ever seen before, and they are generating hundreds of percentages in gains every single day, even on days like yesterday whenever the market was absolutely getting destroyed. So again, if you want to just take another step and elevate in this space, all that I ask from you is to just stick around at the end of the video. So first and foremost, looking at XLM, what you can see is that XLM's price has now gotten rejected off the 50% threshold here and forced dropped back down into the same green zone. Now, the last 2 times we were in this green zone, it actually did lead to some pretty good gains. XLM pushed about 40% off the bottom side here, and we did see it push about roughly 33% off the bottom side here. And although it's not guaranteed that XLM's price is going to hold support here, it technically can fall through this. Oftentimes that either doesn't happen, or when it does happen, we recover back into this zone eventually and try to continue upwards anyway. And so because of that, I did pick up a little bit of XLM here today, expecting that its price is either at or very close to a bottom. Moving towards HBAR, we're in a very similar situation. What you can see is that HBAR's price has actually held up extremely well, although it's very likely that it may continue a little bit lower, especially considering that Bitcoin's price itself has now broken out, so it may continue lower, but that's not really the point. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm just more concerned with the fact that I'm capable of buying it at the bottom side of this zone, very similarly to what I did back here and what we did here, both of which did lead to some gains last time, and I do think that there's some decent chances that we do of course see some gains off the bottom side this time, so I did pick up a little bit of HBAR there. If we look at Solana, Solana's a bit of an oddball. Solana's price actually lost the descending channel, which only happens 10% of the time, but 50% of the time when this does happen, within just a shorter term time frame, we will recover back within that channel. And so it is my belief that Solana is either at or very close to its own bottom here. Maybe one more pull to the downside if Bitcoin heads towards 91K, but one way or another, I am liking where we are for Solana, so I bought a good bit of it, especially because I rarely get the opportunity to buy at a breakout to the downside of a descending channel. This doesn't happen very often, and when it does happen, I do like to do a good bit of purchasing. And then the very last one of the day is SUI. SUI is another one that is at the very bottom side of its own descending channel. This one is a little bit less established, so I'm a little bit more skeptical of it, so I don't want, probably take this one with a little bit more of a grain of salt, but I do like the fact that SUI's price is back testing this one right now and at the bottom side, so I was willing to buy a little bit more SUI here as well. Now, I will give you a little bit of an extra bonus. XRP's price currently is back testing the breakout of its own descending channel after breaking to the upside off of these times, so I actually did buy a little bit more XRP today as well, but I will make a full video about XRP later today. But overall, of course, I hope you guys do kind of understand the theory here and the thought process. It's very simple and very easy. The bottom 25% of these channels tends to be the best time to purchase, and although it is not guaranteed and it very well might start crashing, I just don't think it's a super huge percentage chance, and so because of that, I am doing some buying today. None of these purchases are extremely big, don't get me wrong, but they're sizable enough that if I am right and we pump, it makes a pretty good difference. If I'm wrong and it goes down, not the end of the world. My average costs are still pretty low, and I'm in a good spot anyway. And so I wanted to just share that with you all today. So your homework for the night is to draw in all your parallel channels and watch them very closely, because again, if we can recover back into them or just stay on top of them like HBAR is, we could very well be looking for a pump towards the upside sometime, maybe sooner than later. And so with that said, again, watch these very closely, and I'll update you as this all does play out. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you're someone who's simply just trying to get better at this whole crypto thing, I really want you to check out my crypto vault, Tyler Hill's Crypto Vault. This is the Discord server that you can join that has an absolute butt ton of stuff. I mean, we're talking about insights with Tyler, which are just my thoughts and insights, advice and guidance on things that I'm seeing in the market. We have daily live shows such as Q&A with Cade, Crypto Vault Live, Fridays with Frank, and much more. We have daily technical analysis reports that go out every single day. We also have fundamental analysis reports that go out every single day. I've hired a professional team of traders to give their buy and sell signals every day that they're trading, and you got to remember, their entire business relies on them doing good trades, and they're giving you their buy and sell signals on a daily basis. Look at these gains that they were generating even yesterday during a time where the market was falling. We have something called TA to go, which is where executive members can request technical analysis and be delivered that technical analysis from one of the analysts that I did hire. We have TA deep dives. These are these comprehensive multi-page guides on something like Doge, for example, that goes completely into the weeklies and the dailies and the hourlies, giving you a full report every single day. There's 2 or 3 of these that release every single night. We're going to have live trading sessions coming next week, executive only classes, premium classes on things like the Bollinger Bands, the Fibonacci's. We have premium questions where members can ask questions directly to myself or other coaches. Tips with Tyler. These are 2 to 3 minute long videos going over just kind of basic beginner stuff. We have beginners courses on, they're about 30 minutes long, 20-page presentations, cheat sheets, vocabulary sheets, and much more, going over things like technical analysis and leverage trading. And then of course we have the amazing community, which has been again generating hundreds of percentages and gains every single day. I mean, look at Sosa coming through, $5,000 gain there, $3,500 gain there, and it just goes on and on and on and on. And so if you are somebody who again wants to learn from all of this content, all of the value being provided here, use it to develop your own strategies and take those strategies to turn into real life gains, real money, all you need to do is go check out that Patreon Patreon link down below. Guys, you can join for as little as $5 a month, and even just the cost of a Netflix subscription for $17 a month. So what I really recommend for you to do is go check this out. Generally speaking, the general membership is for beginners. The premium membership is if you're a little more intermediate. The executive tier is for those of you who are very advanced, and there's only 7 slots remaining there. So feel free to go check all that out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and don't forget to smash the like button while you are down there. But of course, if you guys have been enjoying these 4 or 5 videos every single day, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you do want to see more, and I can't wait to see you all very soon in the next one. Peace out, everybody.